Devs, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Derick. I'm a front-end engineer based here in Los Angeles, and today I'm continuing my video series, Method Mondays, where I go over every single array method there is in JavaScript. And next up on the list for today, we're taking a look at forEach. So let's just hop right into our editor and get right into it. All right, so forEach. The forEach method in JavaScript executes a provided function once for each element in an array. It does not return a new array, unlike map. It just iterates through the elements, and you cannot break or return early from forEach except by throwing an error, of course. And it is best used when you want to perform side effects like logging or updating variables rather than create a new transformed array. So something to keep in mind. So for our first example, let's just log strings in an array. Let's say we have const fruits here. It's just an array of strings. We'll take fruits. We're going to hit this with our forEach method. And forEach takes that provided function. So let's just build out a function skeleton here. And forEach what in fruits, we'll just call it fruit. And for each fruit, let's just log something to the console and see what we get. I'm gonna use a template literal here, so we're gonna put everything in backticks. We'll just say I like, and then our template literal for fruit. And nice, it just iterates over our array and prints each string with the array item included with concatenation to the console. So nice, just using that provided function once for each element in the array. So pretty straightforward. So that's strings. Let's work with some numbers here and let's sum some numbers. Let's say we have const numbers here. It's just a short array of numbers. We'll initialize another variable. Let's just call it total, and we'll initialize that with 0. Now let's take numbers down here. We're gonna hit it with our forEach method. forEach has that provided callback function. So let's just build that out. And forEach what? We've got numbers. So let's just say forEach num in numbers, do something. What do we want it to do? Well, let's take total, which has been initialized at 0, and just add onto it each num in our numbers array. Now let's log this to the console and see what we get. We'll do another template literal here. So some backticks, we'll say total, and we'll spit out total to the console. And nice, our total is 30 because 5 plus 10 plus 15 is 30. So again, taking advantage of that baked in function, just doing a little work here on each item in the array as it iterates over it, and then logging our result to the console. So nice, that's forEach working with numbers. Now let's give ourselves a little more room here and let's work with some objects. And let's iterate through some objects. Let's say we have const users here. It's just an array of 2 objects, each one representing a user. 2 key value pairs, a name and an age. Name is a string, age is a number. And let's use forEach on users. So we'll take users down here, we'll hit it with forEach, build out our function, and we're working with users, plural. So I'll just call this user. So forEach user, do something. Let's throw a console.log in here. We'll use some more template literals, so a couple of backticks. And let's check out the user let's say name. Each user has a name key, so we're just gonna tap into that. And we'll give ourselves some strings here just to kind of build out a sentence here. So we'll say the username is so-and-so years old. And here we'll tap into that age key. So we're gonna give ourselves another template literal, and we'll say the user.age. Nice, okay, Alice is 25 years old, Bob is 30. Once again, just utilizing that baked in function to perform a little work on each item in our array here, which is 2 objects. And that's forEach, pretty straightforward. So devs, if you enjoyed this or found this helpful, definitely like this video. I will link the code down in the description, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.